Hi guys and welcome back to another video. You join us today here in a lay-by as we set up the GoPro, but we're heading to Broadway in the Cotswolds. Of course this is one of the locations in Forza Horizon 4, so we thought we'd come down today and check it out. We're also filming another 2 videos which centre more around behind the scenes, so exploring Broadway, and hopefully if it works, a point of view video that will feature Broadway in it in some way, but you'll have to stay tuned for that. It's a new sort of idea and concept that I'm gonna try and explore, so if it works out that'll be amazing, so make sure you definitely look out for that one on the channel. But today we thought we'd do another car vlog because you guys have been really enjoying them lately and we're enjoying filming them as well. So today's topic was suggested by Scoot Supercars. Well, today's topic is, what is it?
Travelling abroad.
Travelling abroad for car events, whether it's worth it, and as well how much it costs for us to go abroad. Of course, we've only been, fucking hell, this road's bad. We've only been to one event abroad, which is Top Marks Monaco this year. So we didn't have the best experience for other events such as Monterey Car Week, Geneva as well, yeah. But we'll give our experience and the sort of hidden costs that we encountered and that sort of stuff, and whether it was actually worth going all the way to Monaco to see some cars. So some of you guys may be aware, if you've been long-term followers of the Instagram and subscribers to the channel, because I covered all this in my Monaco content, which if you haven't seen, I highly suggest you go and check that out at some point, because it was a surreal experience. But we booked Monaco, how many days? Like four days in advance. Yeah.
I was sat getting ready to go to a wedding. Tom was also supposed to be getting ready to go to it.
Yeah, it was the day of the wedding, wasn't it?
I've been up since like 7 o'clock getting ready, and it was like 10 o'clock. We were supposed to be leaving at 11, and Tom sat there booking a holiday to Monaco.
But we had a bit of a sort of mess arranging it, because as you can imagine, booking a holiday that close in advance, not many places are available because they've got to be available in 4 days time. So we managed to book the flights fine through EasyJet, and I'll be honest, EasyJet were one of the best airlines I've ever been on. I've been on a fair few different airlines, but
right.
no, but yeah, I mean, like, I've had experience. Oh yeah, the sat nav is going off because we are on the way to Broadway. But I've been on a fair few different airlines, and EasyJet is definitely one of the best. It was one of the easiest.
Yeah, it was good as well. And it was good because we didn't have luggage. So all we just had to go straight through, didn't we?
Yeah, we booked the tickets really easy through EasyJet. They were just online tickets.
So it's called EasyJet.
Yeah, and we managed to sit next to each other, which I was surprised about because we booked it.
Because we booked it so close
in advance, yeah.
No, not so close in advance.
Yeah, so close in advance. Because it was in advance, but it was so close. Yeah, both.
Oh, I don't know.
But what we did struggle with was accommodation, because we booked Airbnb and we booked one in Monaco, and it was perfect. It was a little bit expensive, but you can imagine that for Monaco, you're going to pay Monaco prices for things. But because it was so close to the time, they cancelled on us, which was really annoying because
she claimed that it was a family emergency, but
what family emergency are you going to have if you're still advertising your property?
Yeah.
It was a bit of a joke, really.
Yeah.
But that really didn't help, because being a student and having a student account and a student credit card, you can only book Airbnb through credit card. I had a £500 limit. This accommodation costs about 300, something like that. And it was like, oh shit, she cancelled. With credit card, you don't get refunded straight away. So I didn't have the money back in my account then for a few days till after we'd been to Monaco. So I had to book accommodation for less than £200 for the duration of our stay, which was going to be challenging. And of course, Monaco, the prices and the ones that were left, there was no chance of that. So we ended up staying in Nice, as most of you guys will be aware of. But that's how we came about booking that accommodation in Nice. It was not planned, and it was definitely not what we wanted to do. No.
It was a really nice Airbnb, and it would be nice if you were staying in Nice.
But we weren't.
But we didn't want to be there. Like we were going from Monaco not to explore Nice. Like we didn't even look around there apart from the walk
and to get breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Nice, Mono 3 is class.
I was telling my mum about that yesterday.
Yeah, if any of you guys do end up going to France, anywhere in France, we went to Mono 3 in Paris as well.
Yeah.
Do amazing breakfasts.
We never got it in Paris. Why didn't we get croissants from there in Paris?
We went into there in Paris.
And I think I just looked at makeup.
Probably, yeah. Standard.
And then we just went to a little bakery, do you remember? The little Mama's, and you were like, do croissants?
Yeah. My French is class. Georgia got, what'd you get, a B in French?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm good at it.
And I scraped to C. Yeah, she refuses to do all the talking.
Yeah, because I don't want to sound like an idiot, and they can tell straight away.
Oh, she allowed me to sound like the idiot.
Yeah, right. You are.
Oh, brilliant. Sweet ass. But there were lots of hidden costs with Monaco as well, because.
In half a mile at the roundabout, take the second exit and stay on Fossway A429.
I think it's actually just straight.
Yeah, I think it's straight the whole way, but I don't want to risk it. But I think one of the hidden costs was the airport parking. I completely forgot about that until that was like 2 days before.
That's because we had to go to
we went from Luton, yeah.
Whereas if we'd have gone from our closest one, it wouldn't have been so bad.
No.
It's because we had to travel to Luton.
Yeah, but I think it still would have been bad because of the time that we departed and arrived.
Yeah, but your
our flight times. Yeah, they were a bit bad flight times, weren't they? But for us, it was ideal.
On the way back, it was bad because we were like driving home at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And obviously, you don't really want anyone to pick you up at that time. But on the way there, it wouldn't have been so bad.
Yes, that was another problem with Monaco. We booked it so close that I didn't have time to get any time off work. So I work weekends, so we had to leave on Wednesday and come back on Friday, which, thinking of it now, is really fucking stupid. We had no time there at all. But we did so much in the time that we were there because we left so early in the morning. Our flight was the first one out. What time was it? About 6, 7 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
So we went straight, we parked up, went straight to the airport, didn't have to check in our bags, went straight through, got on the plane. So that in that respect, it was ideal. We landed in Nice, went straight to Monaco, spent the day in Monaco.
Yeah, we were so lucky, weren't we? Because we got on the only train for like, what, 4 hours was it? That went from Nice to Monaco.
Because that was
otherwise we'd have had to have waited.
Yeah, that was another problem with staying in Nice, that I wouldn't recommend staying in Nice. If you ever do end up going to top markets, I'd suggest Monaco highly, because the public transport in France is always a mess. You can't really rely on it. There was a train strike when we were there, so the only things that were actually running were the buses, or there was one train into Monaco a day and one train out, which obviously isn't ideal.
Yeah, they weren't the times that we out.
No, the last train was like 6 o'clock in the evening, which, of course, if any of you guys do know about car spotting, the majority of cars come out in the evenings, so it definitely wasn't the ideal time to go home at 6 o'clock. So we did end up getting the buses there and back, which were a load of shit. If you've seen
so horrible.
Yeah, if you've seen in the vlog, you can see me complaining at Casino Square that we'd have to get the bus back because it
doesn't help.
It didn't really work.
Well, I get traffic sick, but also everyone who would have been getting on trains was getting on that one single bus.
Yeah.
And I'm not even joking, I had my face in some random person's armpit a lot of the time. Like, it was so horrible. Do you remember when they stopped and they actually let more people on? We were like,
yeah, they were letting more people on.
Where are you actually going to fit these people?
Full.
Like, it is full.
Crazy.
Like, I'm literally stood on someone. How are you thinking it's okay?
They wouldn't do that in the UK. It was madness. But yeah, just to avoid that next time, we're definitely going to try our hardest to stay in Monaco. Even if it costs a little bit more, I'd strongly recommend it's definitely worth staying there instead of Nice. But in terms of what we saw in Monaco and the whole experience of it all, and if it was worth the money, I'd say definitely. What would you say?
Yeah, I'd agree.
It was surreal being there, and I think those sort of experiences, you may as well do them if you can. I mean, obviously,
but like we said before, you don't need to go to the actual event.
No.
You don't need to go to Top Marks.
That was the one thing with Monaco. I obviously can't speak for different events like Monterey Car Week, but I feel that must be the same sort of situation. You don't actually need to go into like Quail Lounge and places like that, because there are a lot of cars just driving the streets and test drives and things like that. And people bring their cars to these events to show them off as well. So I don't think that for a lot of events overseas there is a need to go in. Whereas things like Goodwood Festival of Speed, you have to go in.
Yeah, you couldn't not go in.
You couldn't not go in because you wouldn't see anything there. So did you enjoy Monaco?
Yeah, it was good because I hadn't been there before and I hadn't seen anything, because obviously you'd watch like
the Grand Prix
and stuff, but I hadn't actually seen that. Like, you'd shown me on like Google Maps before we went, but that's not really exactly the same as seeing it. So
it was such a surreal experience. It's one thing that I really like doing as well, is going to places that we haven't been before and experiencing them, such as we're going to Broadway today. We've never been before, and especially if you see it a lot, like obviously seeing it on Forza, it's a bit different to seeing it like in real life or on the Grand Prix or something, like a real life example. But it's still cool to go to these locations and experience them, if you get what I mean. And as well, one thing surprised me about Monaco is how cheap it was when we were there.
Yeah, it wasn't that expensive. Starbucks was expensive.
Starbucks was fucking expensive.
It cost €10 every time we got 2 drinks.
We got 2 drinks. But one thing you have to take.
So good, and you could sit there and the view was amazing.
Oh, it was the best Starbucks view.
You're basically paying for the view.
Yeah.
And the fact that the drink I had you can't get in England, so.
And you can cast what over Starbucks as well. You probably.
I know that was stressful. Starbucks was supposed to be time to sit back and relax.
Oh, we definitely weren't relaxing if the Apollo IE's driving.
And then you look at it and you're like, shit!
Yeah. No, that's definitely the coolest Starbucks I've ever been to. But you can tell that we think it's worth it if we're willing to go back next year, and especially if George is willing to go back, because you're fucking hell, this Tesla came fast.
Oh my god.
Especially if you're not necessarily into cars, yet it was more experience than just going to see the cars, if you know what I mean.
But yeah, going back to the expenses thing, loads of people had said to us, like when we were like, we're going, they said, oh, it's really expensive.
Yeah, Monaco's really expensive.
You're going to need to take so much money. And we were like, oh. Like, you don't really think about that. But then on the first night, we sat and had pizza.
Yeah, we had pizza off the start finish straight.
Yeah, and that cost what, €25?
€25 for both.
And I know that does seem like quite expensive for just 2 pizzas, because we just had tap water as well.
Yeah.
But thinking of the location, it wasn't that bad.
No, and that's what you'd pay at, I don't know, Pizza Express.
Yeah. Oh, but that is good pizza.
Yeah, we're not going to get Pizza Express in Monaco.
But then the other days, we just had McDonald's.
Yeah, I feel like a holiday fucking hell, I can't get words out. A holiday is as expensive as you make it. We went to Paris and we went for a really posh meal and that cost a lot of money, but yeah.
But we only did that once.
Only did it once, and
but then when we went to Disney, that was expensive, but you're paying for being in Disney,
it's
so
expensive, but
you expect that, don't you?
But like going to Monaco is a prime example. We went to an expensive place and we didn't spend a lot of money.
If we were there for longer, like say if it was a main holiday, I couldn't eat at McDonald's every day.
No, of course not. But
because
we were
I
so on the go that
like 20 stone heavier.
Yeah, going to McDonald's made sense.
Yeah, it was so quick. Because then we could just sit down for like 15 minutes and then go back again rather than having to sit and wait.
Yeah, definitely.
Although it was quite difficult with the language barrier, because we just had to have chicken nuggets and chips, because that's all we could actually get across.
The McDonald's workers spoke no English.
No, they were really bad.
I don't really know how to say
chicken
nuggets in French. I can't.
That's chicken.
Yeah.
No, we were like, what's the price? And she was just like, oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty, because I can ask for the price in French, and I'm sure it still just didn't work out. There's a guy in the middle of the road with a shopping bag. Where's he been shopping?
His wellies on his heart. He was cute.
Classic Cotswolds. Oh fucking hell! Now we've got a miniature bridge.
And also another thing, because it was so hot, we didn't eat lunch.
Yeah.
Any of the days.
Didn't eat at all.
We had ice cream or pizza Pringles.
Yeah. Oh, pizza Pringles.
We had.
They actually sell them in the UK now.
No, they don't.
They do. They have been brought over to the UK. I saw them the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll buy some. They're so nice.
They were good, yeah.
But yeah, because it was so hot, and we were drinking a lot because we were walking and it was hot. I just wasn't actually that hungry, and then it got to 2 times obviously I was hungry then.
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing as well with going to car events overseas, you've got to kind of know what to expect and what will be there and where to go as well. Like the only way that we managed to find our way around Monaco was because we were told by other people.
This is so nice, just right.
Yeah, this place is well nice. It was because we were told by other people where to go and what to see. So I think that's the only way we managed to make the most of it. And especially finding cars in different hotels and stuff, we wouldn't have had a clue. Like, we found a Porsche 918 in one of the hotels in Monaco, but I wouldn't have had a clue where it was if it wasn't for people telling me, or I wouldn't have been able to get in if it wasn't for Luke Patworth helping us to get into the location. So it really helps with the people that you're with as well, and if they've got knowledge and can give you some knowledge of where to go, that's obviously really helpful. And these places are well nice. It's like a proper classic Cotswold town, isn't it?
Look at that.
Yeah, well, this is dread because obviously the boys cannot see what's over there.
Oh, there might be girls watching as well.
And the girls.
In a quarter of a mile.
They've gone for you to look at your wonderful makeup. One way.
Highlight. Oh, can we live here?
So we're next in the fucking middle of nowhere.
But I like it. And think of the cute village school.
You just want the cute Instagram pictures by all these little walls and stuff.
Oh, this is pretty.
Court Bar.
Where are we?
Chipping
Camden?
That's it. It's hard to say. It started with a C.
Calf Lane. That's
Calf
cute.
Lane.
Turn right onto Lacebourne, B4081.
This place is a madness.
It's so tight though.
Yeah, it is real tight. And there's like no parking anywhere.
Mate, I'd stress on my S1.
Oh shit! The right-hand turn is over here.
We didn't come this way before, so maybe it's nowhere
Well,
near
no,
where
we're not.
Lacebourne for half a
Or we would have
mile.
turned off a different way at one of those big roundabouts.
Oh, sorry. Just because I've got no story geography, I don't know anything.
Yeah. You got no star, but I know geography like a million times better. Yeah, we are in Camden.
I would say Chipping Camden.
So we're not there.
Back ends.
Is that what that road was called? The back ends. It's not going to be like the ends around by me. Fucking hell, it's a bit more luxurious. Fucking hell, these houses are a
Oh my
joke.
God, that
I don't know if you guys can see this, but this place is crazy.
Look at that.
They're all like brand new, but in that sort of old, was it like Cotswold stone?
Wow.
If you know what I mean? These houses are a fucking
Oh, it's
joke.
sandstone, I think.
Like sandstone, yeah. But
It's my A-star in science coming out.
it's probably like limestone, isn't it? It's a bit more durable.
Limestone.
1,000 feet, turn left onto Kingham Lane.
Kingham Lane.
Oh, I think I want that.
That one at the back as well. Mad.
I
This
like.
place is sick.
Oh, I like the green windows.
The thing is though, it's nice to live in a location like that, but it is in the middle of nowhere.
Turn left onto
Anyway,
I don't really want to see.
yeah, we've swayed from our topic massively.
Still on the wall.
Still on the wall. And
That's where someone
there is
walked.
one of
Continue on
my
Kingham
followers
Lane for 1.5 miles.
lives at Still on the Wall, so shout out to you,
Do you know which one it is?
car lad. So I'd say that coming back to the topic, I'm not going to get up this hill in Cork. But coming back to the topic, I'd say in general, car events overseas, well for us anyway, it was definitely worth it. It was so much fun. It was really enjoyable. But definitely do your research and know where to go before you go.
Don't wear Vans.
And don't wear Vans, yeah. We did so much walking while we were there that Georgia managed to get, what was it, an infection or something?
No, we did 10 miles a day, and I was wearing Vans. And obviously it's hot, and Vans are tight.
And I told you not to wear them, but you just...
No, I didn't have any other shoes at the
What, no
time.
way.
Actually, no, lol, I did have my NMDs.
You got so many pairs of shoes.
No, I did have my NMDs then, did I?
You did.
Did I?
You did. You just didn't want to wear them because they're brand new.
Because they're brand new, don't want to bring my babies. No, but I wore them because they went with every outfit. I couldn't take a case. I didn't have options. I just had to wear one pair of shoes the whole time to match 3 outfits. Anyway, so we did 10 miles each day. We were there 3 days, so that's 30 miles. And we got back, and I'd been saying to Tom like the whole time, like my ankles hurt, and I was climbing.
I remember one time you sat down at Casino Square and you couldn't stand.
No, I couldn't.
Because you were in that much
They
pain.
hurt so much. And then at the Airbnb, it made really good use of space. So you had like the kitchen, bathroom, and living room downstairs, and then you had to climb up these huge.
They were really.
I'm not that
It was
small,
kind of
but
like
they
a
were
ladder.
huge. They were huge. Like they were literally the size from my foot to my knee.
There were really big
They
wooden
were
stairs
really big.
to get
So
up
that-
to the top because it was really
it was just the bed
compact
up
layout.
there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really compact layout, so the bed was, it
was above the kitchen.
It lowered the ceiling, and it was above the kitchen, so
yeah.
you could climb up on top to get to the bed.
But that hurt, and I kept saying to Tom, like, I'm in so much pain, and he just wasn't taking me seriously. He kept laughing at me. My ankle was so swollen.
Yeah.
I have quite small ankles, so you could clearly see. And then we were on the plane home, and we got on the plane, and I took a photo of my ankle. And I'm not even joking, it is huge. And going on planes anyway, like, they make you swell. And then we got back.
It wasn't a good combo, was it?
Got back home, and I said to Tom, right, I said, I need a pillow for my foot. All I did was put my foot from the bed onto the pillow, and I was in tears. Woke up the next morning, I had to go to the walking centre, and it turned out I had soft tissue damage because I'd done so much walking. So
it's crazy.
Don't wear Vans.
Yeah, but that's what the event did for us, because we wanted to experience as much as we could when we were there. So we did everything.
Yeah, I don't think it helped. So
and we weren't there for that long, so we did everything all in one go.
It's quite hilly.
Yeah.
And we were running. Like, I actually ran for these cars.
Continue for 1.5
For the Apollo
miles.
IE, yeah. That was definitely worth running for. Because that thing was
not worth being in pain for.
No, definitely.
This road reminds me of that one in the Lake District, you know, where we didn't know where we were going. We were just following that car.
We got lost so many times in the Lake District. Well, that's another point. The Lake District, that was another cool location, because that we went to Derwent Water, which was one of the places that features in Horizon 4. And Ambleside as well, yeah. Forgot about that. So it's so surreal to be driving around those locations in game. But I'm straying from the topic again.
Memory loss.
So I enjoyed Monaco so much, in the experience of going overseas and seeing those cars, that next year we're going to try as well and hit up another event overseas. I'm not going to give it away to you guys what it is, and Georgia doesn't even know what it is that I'm going to try and go to. But oh
my god, I'm scared.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll end up at another event overseas, because it was so much fun, and it was really an experience more than anything. Is there anything coming?
I'm going to say no.
No?
No.
Sketchy. The Cotswolds roads. But yeah, hopefully we'll end up at another event overseas, so make sure you definitely subscribe and stay tuned for those ones, because it should be good. But I think we'll sort of round up this video by talking about how much I've spent on events this year. It's not really a topic that I like speaking about, because it's a fuckload of money. But at the end of the day, this is my hobby, this is what I truly enjoy doing. I'm not going to include things like buying equipment, because that has cost a fair bit this year. Because it's like everything, you start off with the basics and you kind of work your way up. And I feel like everything I buy I've truly researched into, and it's been worth the money, so I'm not going to include that. I'm just going to include the single expensive this year. So we've hit up a fair few big events, such as Goodwood Festival of Speed. That involved us having some accommodation away, and so did obviously Top Marks Monaco. Apart from that, all the other events have been, this road's so bumpy, I really do apologise, it's going to be so shaky. But apart from that, I've just commuted to events. And I've been really fortunate as well.
Why are they walking on the wrong side of the road?
I have no idea. And as well, I've been quite fortunate to be able to attend quite a few events with media passes this year, which has been different to last year, and I'm so grateful and fortunate for that. So I'm not going to include things like the entry to those events, but mainly the fuel for getting there. So altogether this year, guess how much I've spent on car events, considering this is for 2 people as well, because I obviously pay for you to attend events, because I don't feel like Georgia should have to pay for that. But have a guess how much I've spent this year. This is sort of an estimated figure, I haven't sat down and calculated it.
Right, okay. I don't know, because I don't really know how much
things cost.
Stuff was. I'm going to say 1.2.
1.3k. £1,300 on car events this year, and it's not even the end of the year. I don't know if that's good going or not for 2 people. I don't really think that's that bad. It's about £600-700 each. Considering we've gone abroad, and for Goodwood as well, we stayed away for 4 days.
Yeah.
And obviously that's.
And we had that extra night away as well.
And we had an extra night away on top of that as well. That's a big expense, but for me it's been worth it. I've enjoyed every single minute of this year. It's been my favourite year I've ever had, and it's not even the end of it. So that is, for me, something that's incredible. And that also ties into what I've sort of achieved this year. In terms of Instagram and on YouTube as well. This was asked by Hampshire Photography, fellow YouTuber. If you haven't already, check out his YouTube, it is sick. And Scooty Supercars, who suggested the first question he does on YouTube. His vlogs are sick as well, so I definitely recommend you check those out if you haven't already. But Luke suggested a question that is, what were my goals for the end of the year? And at that point I had 8,000 followers on Instagram, and now I'm almost on 11, and it's just surreal. I don't know where we're in. Broadway, no way, we've made it to Broadway. I don't know what the goal, I don't know what my goals are for the end of the year now. It's just surreal. Thank you all so much for supporting me on both Instagram and YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing right and why I deserve this, why I deserve that many followers and the amount of support that you guys give me, but thank you so much for it. It honestly means so much to me. So I feel like this is a great way to end today's video on sort of a high note, and we are in Broadway. If you want to have a look around Broadway, we are filming another, hopefully, 2 videos today. So you'll be able to see. So hopefully you'll be able to see Broadway, see around here. We're also visiting another 2 locations from Forza Horizon 4, which will feature in both the videos if they work, which I really hope they do. Because we've travelled all this way to be here. So I really hope that they do work, and make sure you definitely subscribe and check out future videos for that. I know this one's been a long video. We've been recording for 30 minutes. And
it's literally just us talking shit.
It is just us talking shit, yeah. So I appreciate you guys sticking around for it. Yeah, I'll trim it down a bit, so probably about 25, 26 minutes. That is a really long time for you guys to sit down with us, so I really appreciate you hanging around for that. But anyway, I really hope you guys have gone on to enjoy today's video. If you do want to get involved in the next one, make sure to follow my Instagram at tomh.p and check out my Instagram stories. It's likely that I'll put up a new story in the next few days about what suggestions you want for the next car vlogs, because it's been a while since I put up the last suggestion, and it'd be nice to see what you guys want from another one of these videos. So I really hope you guys have gone on to enjoy the video. If you have, please make sure to smash it a like, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers. You're not gonna wear?
Oh.